Okay, this question from AMB0127 this is a great question. Your question is, how do I stay dangerous as a striker, right? So how do you become a threat to the opposition more often? How do you feel more connected instead of just all alone up top as striker? How do you get more comfortable on the ball? And what are good runs to make, right? So all these are kind of connected. So it's, how do I become a more effective striker? The way you become a more effective striker is to firstly be more comfortable on the ball. And how do you do that, right? How do you become more comfortable on the ball? You want to spend more time working on ball skills development, right? Ball skills mastery. And you want to spend more time juggling. Those two things specifically, right? Dribbling and ball skills mastery, so that you can take people on 1v1, get your head up and make good passes. And juggling because juggling translates into better passing, better first touch, improved shooting, improved rhythm, coordination, timing, all that good stuff. So those are the two main things you want to invest more time in, because by improving your juggling and improving dribbling, your awareness improves, which improves your awareness on the field. And the more your awareness on field improves, you could start to scan the field better, and then you're going to make better decisions, make better choices. Sometimes it's a good thing to feel disconnected, right? Because you can kind of stay hidden. You want to hang out on your defense's back line, right? So you want to hang out on the last defender. And again, as you become more aware and play more games, you're going to learn how to be more of an effective striker, because you're going to be able to test, right? Okay, this thing works in this game, or these things are working for me and these things don't work for me. So you want to start doing the things that work for you more and doing the things that don't work for you less. So you could say, okay, let's say I'm going to hang out on the last defender and see how that works, or I'm going to stay more on the line, or I'm going to drop back to the, towards the midfielder if we're getting, if we don't have the ball, you want to help maybe regain possession. That'll help. You'll start to develop awareness with that over time. So the more you play, in theory, the better you'll become at figuring out what your team needs from you up top. You also want to communicate with your team, right? Sometimes it's hard to see from your vantage point the things you're doing well or not well. So you may not necessarily want to ask teammates how you're doing, but if someone says to you, hey, I need you to be more, to check to the ball more often, or they, you have someone on your team who likes to play you through, listen, you gotta listen and see if their advice makes sense, and just being able to think about that. And they may not be right, but it's good to listen so that you can decide for yourself if that's something that if you want to take their suggestions or not. Another thing that dribbling and juggling will do is make you a threat on the field, right? You get some players, they'll say, okay, I want to score more goals, and they say, okay, they think they need to work on their shooting. But if they can't even get themselves in the right position, or they can't connect passes with their teammates, they can't even get in the spot where they could score the goal. So what they think is they need to improve his shooting, but they actually need to do is improve their first touch and improve dribbling. So if you want to be a threat anywhere on the field, you're going to have to be able to defeat people 1v1, and also develop a more powerful shot so you could strike a ball from distance. Again, the things you need to focus on are ball skill, are dribbling, so ball mastery, and juggling. For juggling in particular, you want to use a smaller ball, like a tennis ball, for precision, and a heavier ball. I'm talking basketball. You could pump up a size 5 very, very heavy, or pump up a basketball very heavy, and that's going to make the ball seem heavier so you can develop your power. You also want to start juggling the ball, and when you're juggling, make it have no spin. If you can juggle the ball with no spin, what that's going to do, it's going to improve juggling with no spin. That happens when you're contacting the ball at a certain point, and that's going to make it so that your shot's going to knuckle and dip, making it hard for the goalkeeper to save. In terms of ball skill mastery, you want to look up Cover, the Cover coaching app, Coerver, Cover coaching. They have an app. You can also check out their videos on YouTube. The second thing you could do is a drill. It's a dribbling sequence. It goes outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, and you're going to do that with one foot, and then you switch to the other foot. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, other foot. Outside, outside, inside, outside, inside. By spending a few minutes each day doing this simple sequence, you're going to commit this to muscle memory. And when you commit it to muscle memory, you won't have to think about it on the field. So when you get into a 1v1 situation, you're going to be able to go, without even thinking about it, cut to the left and to the right and see where you catch the defender with one of your feints. And when they bite, then you take you take off. You said you're fast, so this will help you master 1v1 interactions, right? Have better 1v1 battles, and in theory, be more of a threat on the field. So, right, let's recap. The things you want to spend more of your time on are, every single day, juggling, dribbling, and those are the two things. If you only did two of the things that I suggested, juggling and dribbling more with the Cover coaching app, Cover skills app, or juggling a heavy ball or a tennis ball, you could also search online for a 1 kilogram medicine ball. It's a 2.2 pound ball. You can find it on Amazon for $30. This ball changed my life, and I bring it everywhere I go. Another thing you could do is start bringing a tennis ball everywhere you go and start sneaking in touches, right? Only in the past 6 months have I started juggling using a tennis ball, and I've noticed that the precision of my touch has rapidly improved. So using both of those balls at the same time, the heavy ball and the light ball, will sharpen your touch and will make you more dangerous on the field. So I hope this helps. Reach out with any questions. All right, thanks.